I've been going back through some archives, some older things that I wrote in the past. And I had a really special day one day with my kids, and they taught me a valuable lesson. I never want to lose this because it was one of the most special moments. Because some mornings remind you of what really matters. Before the meetings, before the deadlines, before the noise of the world, there are small moments that whisper truth straight from your heart. And today, I want to discuss with you a day that began with one of those moments. It's been about 10 years ago, but I haven't forgotten it. It wasn't a sermon or a headline. It was a lesson from my daughters. One that made me smile, changed my mindset, and reminded me of the childlike faith God calls us to have. So let me tell you what happened that morning. When I came out of the bedroom, my daughters were waiting for me in the living room. And I love seeing their just woke up, beautiful, sleepy little faces. It just always makes me smile. And when my 8-year-old saw me, she said, "Dad, if I get my schoolwork for today completed, I can work on what's due for next week. If I do that, I can take the rest of the week off." And I said, what a marvelous idea. Imagine if we all approached our daily lives with the enthusiasm of an accomplished 8-year-old. And that spark, that excitement, that fearless belief that anything is possible if I just start now. Oh, beauty. There is just beauty in that mindset. And I assured her that she could do exactly as she suggested. Then I grabbed my backpack and started for the door. Of course, my girls rushed to give me a hug and kiss. And I kissed my amazing wife goodbye and stepped outside. Now, as I walked out to the garage, I heard the screen door on the deck open and the sound of little feet. My girls leaned over the upstairs patio and shouted, "Bye, Dad, love you," several times. And I thought to myself, what if we approached all our personal relationships with the enthusiasm and sincerity of children? You know what? If we did, I guarantee it would bring success into our lives. Because it doesn't matter what we're doing. It matters how we're doing it. You see, children don't know the limitations of the world around them. They're natural-born risk takers. They can't help but succeed at being children because they believe without fear, they love without hesitation, and they live without limits. And maybe that's what Jesus meant when he said in Matthew 18, verse 3, "Unless you become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Perhaps we need to unlearn the fear the world has taught us and remember the faith that we were born with. We need to forget about the limits of what others have placed in us and take on the mindset of a child again. Because people always seem to set limits for us, don't they? It's amazing how everybody else always seems to know what I'm capable of doing well before I've even been given the opportunity to try. Anything we want, we can have. We just have to decide to do it. While one man's goal is to buy a car, another is thinking about buying the dealership. Both are using the same God-given brain, but their thoughts, their expectations are different. And because they think differently, their results are different as well. So, on that day and every day since, My daughters have inspired me to buy the dealership. I'm going to approach my days as if the effort I give today will allow me to take next week off. As if my work, my faith, and my attitude can move mountains. I'm also going to greet everyone I meet with genuine enthusiasm, the same way my daughters shouted their love from the patio. And friends, I hope you do the same. I hope you approach your day with childlike faith, pure enthusiasm, and fearless belief. Take on bigger and better things for your family's success today, because I believe in you, and even more importantly, God believes in you as well. Truth. God bless you, my friends. Thanks for letting me share this little walk down memory lane with you. Brought a tear to my eye. It always does when I think about my beautiful daughters when they were young, and all the interactions we had and the lessons that they learned and I learned. Sometimes parenting goes both ways, doesn't it? Take care.